Well, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Remind me of your name. I've seen you in the hall before, but I can't remember your name.
My name's Katie Lee.
Katie Lee. Okay. Have we met before? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Okay. Your counselor has given me your name before, and I think we've been trying to meet, but I've just been kind of crazy. So, my name is Emily Royster, and so if you ever need anything that you don't necessarily want to go talk to your guidance counselor with or about, I don't know if you even know who your guidance counselor is.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't, but if if you have any issues that you don't want to talk to your guidance counselor about, you're welcome to come talk to me.
Okay.
So we'll just have, since you don't have much time in between your blocks, like we're gonna talk for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And just talk about, what's been going on in your life, and if there's anything I can do to help you, and, just get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
And Kaylee, I wanted to tell you that whatever you say with me is, held in confidentiality, and so, I can't go tell your mom, like, if your mom calls up here and asks,
Okay.
like, what you talked to me about, like, I can't tell her. Now, if you are, like, feel like you're going to hurt yourself or somebody else, like, if I hear that today, then I have to report that.
Okay.
And then if you're being, like, sexually abused, or if you've, experienced that at all, I have to go talk to the police officers that are in our building.
Okay. Mhm.
I just want you to know before we get started today.
Okay.
So tell me a little about yourself. Are you from Lexington?
Yes,
You
I
are?
am. Yeah.
You are? You grew up here?
Mhm.
So you've been here your whole life. So what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th.
11th grade. Okay. So your counselor told me that you do you care if I take a couple notes?
Oh, no,
just
that's fine.
just as like so I can like
You're not gonna write anything bad, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. No, I will not write anything bad. It's just so I can just make note of what we talked about and like what we'll talk about, whenever I see you next. So things like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
So your counselor told me that you is it one of your parents died? I don't know.
Yeah, my dad.
Your
He
dad
died
Your
last
dad
year.
passed away? Okay,
Yeah.
last year. When you were a sophomore?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how did that happen?
He was in a car accident.
In a car accident?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really sorry, Katie Lee.
Thanks.
That is not something that a 10th grader should be prepared for.
I wasn't prepared at all. It was really sudden. I got home from school and got a call from my mom
Yeah.
that he
Something
died.
happened.
Yeah.
So he died in the car accident.
Mhm.
So you didn't have they didn't take him to the hospital. Like it was pretty.
Well, they took him to the hospital, of course,
But-
and then
just
he died later.
later at the
Yeah.
hospital. Okay. So you didn't even get to go up and see him and say goodbye. Okay. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have 2 older brothers.
2 older brothers. So you're the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you like being a baby?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, did they take kind of take care of you, and in the days that you all were facing all of the the freshness of the accident, and did your brothers have a hard time, or
Yeah, they took it really tough because their dad was, or my dad too, was
yeah
their role model.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, yeah, they took it pretty rough. But
Yeah.
I was a daddy's girl, so I had it really rough too.
Do they go to school here?
My brother is in 12th grade.
Mm-hmm. So he's a year older than you.
Yeah. And my other brother is in college.
He's in college.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the older brother that is in 12th grade goes here.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever met your brother before, but I feel like I would have, seen you guys last year
Mm-hmm.
with all of this trauma in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So have you guys, or have you been, have you seen anybody or done any,
I've never had any counseling.
Okay. Okay. So today, do you feel like it just the accident just happened even though it was a year ago, or do you feel that you've moved past it and you kind of moved on, or where would you say that you you are in like the grieving process?
Well, I really feel like it happened yesterday. There are days when I just can't sleep. I sometimes get like 4 hours of sleep at night because I toss and turn and I cry and I'm really depressed a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know why I'm depressed, but I guess it has to do with I'm still grieving.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know, it's really affecting my schoolwork as well. I have a ACT coming up, and I have no motivation to want to do anything.
Yeah.
And I see a huge effect in my grades as well. My mom's not too happy about it.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to maybe not understand like what you're going through, like what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, and then having all these expectations with school and, you know, college. And I mean, I assume that if you're taking the ACT, you plan to go to college, and so there's a lot of pressure when you're still kind of processing what happened. What do you like? What do you enjoy doing? Like you said, do you like to sleep, or you just can't sleep, or is that something that, you know, kind of helps it go away, or like what's something that like you like to do and you have fun doing?
Well, I'm on dance team, so I really
That's fun.
enjoy dancing. I like to sleep, but it's just
You can't.
no, I can't ever sleep anymore.
Do you hang out with your friends?
Yeah, I like to hang out with my friends.
Like, do they help the situation? Like, help you kind of not?
Yeah, they help me forget about it and be happy in the moment with them.
So you have a lot of friends. Well, that's really good. That's a huge strength. And you kind of moving on from the, you know, your dad, you know, grieving him and things like that. So dance team you really enjoy. I'm hearing you saying. So I'm hearing you say that your friends really help you, dance team really helps you, and sleeping can help you some, but it's just hard to sleep.
Right. Yeah, I really would like to just not be so depressed anymore.
Yeah.
And be able to sleep.
Right. So tell me, Kaylee, tell me a little bit more, like what you do with your friends that like helps you just feel good and not, you know, be depressed, not feel sad, and you know, when you're with your friends, like what do you guys do?
We like to shop, which is fun.
Yeah.
I love clothes, and I don't know, they just make me laugh, and they're a good support for me.
Do they ask you questions like how you're doing and maybe?
Yeah, sometimes, but a lot of times I don't really like to talk about it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming in here and talking to me about it, because it is hard. I mean, I'm still a stranger, so I really, you know, admire you for coming in and just really, you know, wanting to, you know, talk about it and maybe just, you know, maybe find different ways to keep you happy.
Thanks.
So you said that you, so it's just your mom and your 2 brothers at home. Has your mom and your brother, like, have they done okay since the accident, or are they like struggling? Like, do you think you're doing better than they are, or they're doing maybe worse than you?
Well, my mom has took it pretty hard. She's starting to drink a lot, and all she does is really sleep, and she's missed a couple of days of work.
It is hard.
Yeah, and my brother's grades have also gone down a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're just not. They haven't been themselves since, really. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you do you, I guess when you talk about your mom, does that make you feel bad? Like, does it make you sad if she's sad?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's very normal. I mean, she experiences the pain that you experience, and you experience, you know, the pain that she's experiencing too.
I kind of feel like I have to like kind of take over.
Yeah.
As that woman role in the family now. Like, I have to cook and clean, and I have to do everything because she's always depressed, and it's just really annoying.
So none of you guys have like seen anybody out, like anybody anywhere?
No.
Yeah. Would you be interested in, like, there's somebody that comes to our school and does like comes and does like pulls you from like one of your classes, and you can go and talk, and you know, it's a Down View Service Center, and you can, you know, do that. Or, you know, if you want to talk to somebody outside of school, I have a bunch of different people I could recommend if that's something that you would like to do.
Yeah, I think I would.
Okay.
I don't really talk about it a lot, and I feel like it could help me.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you know, you don't want to talk about it to your friends, but you feel like you could talk about it with somebody else, like an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like, what would be helpful, like if you were to meet with somebody? I mean, you're welcome to come to my office whenever you know, are upset or something, but I think that, you know, if you were to see somebody on a weekly basis, it would be really helpful for you to just kind of, you know, learn how to deal with the depression maybe you experience every day, or, you know, just different sleeping, you know, techniques you can use, and just different strategies that would help you kind of move past this. And you never will completely, because it's something that, you know, you really, it's a huge life event. So, but just ways that, you know, you can live day to day that aren't as, you know, sad and things like that.
So, what was your question?
I was just saying that it sounds like you want to see, like, you don't want to talk to your friends, but you would like to talk to somebody
would really
else.
help
Okay.
me.
So would you want to see somebody here, or I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you were to see, which either one your mom would know about, but she wouldn't know what you guys talk about, you know, within the session or whatever.
Yeah, I would like to talk about it with you or the other person.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
I just need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think like once a week would be enough, or do you think like you would want to talk about it more than once a week, like with somebody?
Once a week.
Once a week would be good. Okay. Okay, Katie Lee. How do you feel that you like have done really well? Like, what is something that you do really well? You said dance team.
Yeah. I like to make people laugh.
That's not easy to do. So
no.
That's something that it's a good thing that you're good at.
I like school. I like to learn.
Yeah.
But just being depressed lately has made me not really want to anymore. I haven't really found the motivation in a while. I don't really know what else.
You were talking about your friends. Like, do you feel like you're a really good friend?
Yeah, I like my friends.
That's great. So what are some strengths? Like, those are your like personal strengths. What do you feel like you have, like, how do you feel like you have handled the situation with your dad dying, and like, do you feel like you've, you know, handled it well, or
no? I feel like I feel like my mom and I both struggle with depression and just not being able to talk about it with anyone, and I don't know, I just don't really have the support from my family right now that I want. So yeah.
So you don't feel like you have a support system? Okay.
I do from my friends, but not really my family.
Okay. Do you feel like you need that support system from your family, like that support, I guess, from your brothers and your mom?
Yeah, because I lost my dad, and all I have left is my mom and 2 brothers, and my mom is, like, not feeling like my mom. I feel like I'm grieving the loss sometime of her because I don't spend time with her anymore because she's always depressed and sleeping and drinking and getting drunk.
So do you talk to her about that?
No.
Is there a reason that you don't talk to her about that? Or you just don't want to, like, get into it? You don't want to, like, bring up your dad
She just
or stuff like that?
doesn't want to talk to me. She just rather curl up in a ball and cry or just drink her problems away.
And when you see her like that, how does that make you feel?
Just kind of makes me mad because I need her. I want her to be able to be strong for me and not drink. That's so stupid. And just, I don't know. I want her to be the mom for us since we just lost our dad.
Right.
So it's really
Do you think about, like, the way she may be, like did the way that she grieves and the way she deals with it affect the way you deal with it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because you say that, what you said earlier was that, you feel like you have to kind of take over her role, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really hard.
Yeah. I just feel like she's not doing anything, so I have to do everything now.
Kaylee, I'm so sorry you have to experience this.
Thanks.
It's really hard for anybody, whether your mom's age or your age. It's never going to be easy.
Yeah.
But I want to encourage you that it will get better, and you seeing somebody I think will really help. And I think I would encourage you just to talk to your mom and tell her how you feel, and tell her that you struggle, watching her do all these things to hurt her, and that they hurt you. They hurt the way that you see her and the way that you just view her as your mom now. And I think she will listen to you. Do you have grandparents or anybody like that are around, like aunts and uncles or anything?
My aunt and uncle are here, but I don't know. I'm not really close with them. Close with my grandma. She's here too, and that's.
Do you talk to her about stuff?
Well, sometimes, but she doesn't really listen to me either. She's still grieving too, because that was her son. So, my other grandparents have passed away, so I don't have them either.
So you just have her, and she's probably grieving too. Yeah.
So it's just been kind of hard. I don't really have much family to talk to.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
What is something that would help you, like, be happier? Like, what's something that you think that, because you say you're, at home you're not really happy, to be around your mom and your brothers, your grandma doesn't, what is something that would need to be done to make you happy and, like, this to move forward as a family?
I just would really like my mom to stop drinking and for her to not be sad, and I would really like my brothers to not be sad anymore, and for everyone to, like, get along. Like, I would really just enjoy going out to dinner or doing fun things together.
Right. Like a theme, like maybe before your dad died, like doing stuff before you, like,
we haven't done anything since then.
Yeah. So you mentioned a couple of times, how much your mom drinks. Can you tell me a little more about that? Like, does she drink every night, or is it just like she does?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she do that before your dad died?
No.
that could just be a way that she's coping with it. But at the same time, like, I see what you see, you know, just how it's not fair because you don't feel like you have your mom when you go home.
Right.
You know, I can't really say, you know, I can't really call her, you know, and say, you know, when I could, you know, what my concern is. But unless, you know, she's doing anything to hurt, you know, like if it involves you, then that's, you know, something that I can call and say to her. But since I feel like it just is affecting her, you know, like she's not hurting you or anything, you know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot I can do, but I would encourage you to just, you know, maybe, and if you don't want to talk to her, maybe you could write a letter to her, you know, and maybe that would,
that
you know,
help.
Yeah, just if you don't feel comfortable, like, saying it to her, maybe you could just write her a letter and just say, this is what, you know, this is what I feel, and I think maybe, I don't know if you see this, but this is kind of what I'm seeing, is that maybe, like, I think it would be beneficial for you to see somebody, but maybe all of you could go and talk to somebody, because they do family, you know, counseling outside of school and at different, you know, clinics and stuff, because I think probably your brothers are experiencing some of this stuff, and your mom too, and maybe they could give you strategies as a family to work through.
I would really like that.
Yeah.
I just want my family back.
Well, would you care if I, you know, called your mom and tell her that we talked about, you know, the counseling options, and maybe that you were interested in doing some family counseling?
Yeah.
That would be okay?
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
Okay. Because maybe if it came from me, it would be...
Yeah, she would not listen to me.
She won't listen to you. Okay. Well, so I'll do that. And I think that, you know, you surrounding yourself with your friends and the things, and you know, dancing, which I'm sure, what is it, basketball season? So do you guys are at every game? So do you have practice every night?
We have it on Thursdays and Tuesdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. And the games, I think, are
Fridays. At 7.
Fridays. So you have you have dance team Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. So just 2 nights that you aren't with your friends.
Right.
So do you have a lot of friends on the dance team?
Yeah. I have 4
good
that
friends
are on the dance team. Yeah.
That's good. Well, I would just encourage you, you know, just to, you know, stick with them, and I'm glad that you have that as an outlet, because, you know, it can be hard to not, you know, keep going if you don't have your friends around you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write down. There are a bunch of girls on the dance team, aren't there? There's a lot of you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a note that I'm gonna call your mom, and then we're gonna talk about family counseling. But then I'm gonna get you some information, and I have a flyer, I think, right here. Oh. I have a flyer for the counseling that we have here. So if this is something that you're interested in, take this to your mom, okay? And have her sign it and bring it back to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to find you, like, next week I'll call you from one of your classes and just see, like, how you feel about that. And then that way you can, you know, get into it,
yeah,
you know, quicker.
Awesome.
So,
yeah.
Because I think you're doing really well, Katie Lee, for, like, such a really traumatic and hard life event that you've gone through. And you have some support, but not all support. I think, you know, from what I hear you saying is that, you know, you really enjoy your friends, and that school is really hard, and that's something that, you know, you can talk about in counseling too. And if I can do anything to help, you know, talk to your teachers, I know they will know what you've probably been through, but sometimes it's hard for them to understand, like, why you may not be turning your work in on time, or, you know, why you're maybe not doing great in your like on your test or something. So if you ever feel like you need me to talk to them, I don't ever care to do that. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of kids, and they may not be telling them the truth or something like that. So
yeah, I don't want that happening.
Yeah. Okay, so you are going to bring me this back if it's something you feel like.
So my mom signs this?
Yes.
Okay.
So she just knows that you're meeting with somebody. That's really just what it is.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to call her and just, talk to her about the options and if it's something that she would be interested in.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Kaylee, I'm so glad you stopped by and that we got to finally meet. I'm sorry it's taken me this long.
That's okay.
But, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good luck, okay?
Okay.